Okay, so we're here on check day one, getting ready to go into the swamp where we set the otter traps. We got Mason and my nephew Brody with us today. Brody just started trapping same time Mason did, so we're out here seeing what we can end up with today. We got steady 30-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know if you can hear it right now in the background. They're howling pretty good. I'm sure when we get out there on the ice, we're not going to get much good quality audio, so we're going to try to get some video so that at least you can see what we catch out there, and then we'll try to explain what went on when we get back home and in the garage, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you when we get to the trap sites and let you know what's going on. Okay, so we made it out to check the location here. It's pretty windy. Our holes are froze over. Mason's gonna start chopping here and get our holes open back up, and then we'll get back with you and let you know what we got in there. So we got the first one up out of the hole and no luck there, so we're gonna keep trying here and see what we make out. Okay, so here's number two. We got a broken wire on one side, so hopefully that's a good sign.
That one's broken too. Here.
Pull her on up out of there. Nothing.
Kinda great.
Alrighty, we'll have to fix that one back up and check out, see what we got in the other ones. Okay, so we're at set number 3 here, the 330 with the trout on it. The boys are gonna pull her up, see what we got. No luck there either. Drop her back in the hole. Okay, so we just got back in here in the woods where it's not quite as loud. Wind's still howling.
We just had an adventure.
Yeah, we had a ice adventure. We're on our walk back out, and I happened to turn around because the wind was hitting me pretty hard and getting me in the ears, and we caught this little guy here.
Not with no trap.
Running across the ice, and me and the boys took off after him, and we thought we were thought we were getting skunked for the day, and ended up with a hunted down rat here. So at least we ended up with a muskrat here, and we're gonna keep trying. Hope these otters move back in, and we'll hopefully be set up for them when they do. So alrighty, we're gonna get out of here, and we'll get back with you tomorrow on check day number 2.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Okay, so we're back here again. We got another location. This is one of our weasel box sets. We come in and we see that the trap was tripped. We're underneath a bridge here. Nice bridge abutment. We had some tracks down there, some weasel tracks, some mink tracks. So we figured we'd put a box in here and see what we ended up with. We come in and see that our trap is tripped. Looks like we got a little fur in there. Looks like it's the wrong color for us though. So we're gonna open it up, see what we got in there. And we got a mouser. So
Field mouse.
no weasel here today, but
it'll be a good bait for a weasel.
We got some good weasel bait. We'll throw him right back in the back of the cubby there, and hopefully the next one that comes along is a nice little weasel for us. So he's gonna get this reset here. That's just a regular Victor rat trap with the wide pan on it. We like to put them in and try to leave them back about 2 inches from the box. Now we got the mouse in there, and we got some beaver back in there, and them Q-tips. You see them Q-tips in there? That's star anise oil on the Q-tips. We hear that the weasels really like the licorice, and we figured we'd give it a try. So no luck here, but we're gonna close her back up and give it another shot. So that's about it for today. We'll be back out and about tomorrow and see what we end up with. Maybe we'll run some of our predator line tomorrow with the film and see what we got going on over there. Alrighty, bye. Okay, so we made it back, and we're done with dinner from check day 1. Was a pretty short video today as far as out on the line. We had some pretty drastic weather conditions today. 30 mile an hour steady winds, and then gusts from 40 to 60 miles an hour. And of course, right when we're going out to check traps, we're in the strong of it, getting 60 mile an hour winds. We were literally getting blown across the ice, getting into the traps, and then hard to stand up on the way back out. So we didn't get much content on the line today, so we figured we'd go through a few things and do kind of a product highlight. We got our new order in this week, and Mason wants to show you some of the new products we got here. So I'll let him pick one out here, and we'll go from there. So what we got here is the Thunder Call from North American Trapper. We ordered that specifically because it was the lure from him that said Fisher. So we're gonna try to do quite a lot of Fisher trapping in the next season. When season's open, they're pretty prevalent around here, so we got that in mind to use for our next season. The next product we got is
Madness.
the Madness.
You don't want to take that out of the bag.
Yeah, and like Mason says, you want to be careful with this stuff. This is, like I say, we're new, so I haven't had a lot of lures in my hand, but that's a loud one. The skunk, just like he says, it isn't overpowering. You can still smell the layers in the lure. It seems to be a good long distance call. We haven't had a chance to put it out and try it yet, but as we use it, we'll show you what we got going on and where we're putting it in. So them are both from North American Trapper. You can go to NorthAmericanTrapper.com and place your orders there. So
we're not sponsored by them or anything, but we figured.
Yeah, we're not sponsored, but we're just showing what we're using so people understand it. And if somebody hasn't used it, maybe get the word out there for him. He's real successful with it, so we're hoping we have the same luck. So the next one we got here this is also from North American Trapper, but this is a Johnny Thorpe original. Johnny Thorpe is a legendary Adirondack trapper, and me and Mason have been doing all we can to research him and watch his videos, read his books. We see that that's one of the lures that North American Trapper has continued to produce in Johnny's legacy. So we figured we'd give that a try. We've had some pretty tricky gray foxes. So we're hoping that'll give us some luck with that.
It seems like it's going to be a good fox lure.
Yep, seems like it's going to be a good fox lure. So
rich in glands with a long-lasting scent, dispersion that improves with age, thick form, lure for bobcat, coyote, and fox.
So we're going to give that a try in the next couple days in our predator sets. So we'll let you know how that goes, and you'll probably see us using it. The next one is also a Johnny Thorpe original. It's the Musk Call. Same thing, North American Trapper.
This one's Fisher.
This one is good for otter. We wanted to give it a try when we were out setting our sets the other day, and
another thing we forgot
in the rush. So we got that in the same order from North American Trapper. We got the Leggets Feline Exciter. So not many cats around here where we're at. They're around. We've seen some tracks. They're pretty tricky up here. So we got that to test that out a little bit. And then Mason was watching the old YouTube and come across the video for this next product here. This next product is called Hags Clips. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, but what they are is these nifty little metal clip for holding on your 110. The hole in the top here is made for a 3/8 rod. So we didn't have any 3/8 rods. We thought we had some, but ours were actually 1/2 inch. So we got to get the next size smaller rod to be able to fit in there and show you how that works. But Mason's going to show you how easy they go into the trap here. So anybody that sets, yeah, no, you had it right there. You go. Yeah.
I got it.
So anybody that sets 110s for muskrat, you know it's kind of difficult to get your sets figured for your height and keep them on one stick. With only having the one spring, it makes it a little more difficult. It's not as easy as setting the other traps. So hopefully by using this here, what this is going to do is you're going to...
Once it's set, it won't be sideways.
Yep, so I'll give Mason the camera and I'll set it for him so he's not smacking his fingers.
There you go.
So we're going to give her... set it here. Traps are real tricky. We still got to do some tuning and adjustments on them. So basically what you'll have is you got your trap like this. So oh, she's gonna trip on me. You get your trap like this. So
oh, I got it upside down.
This clip is upside down for the way that we are here. So I'll switch that around for him. Make sure we got it the right way. So these are obviously harder to put in when the springs have tension against them. So oh, now I got it backwards. So we'll see how many times we got to do this before we can get it right here. But it's the first time blues on this, so we never really played with them much. But
the way that they show in the on the YouTube video, they should work real well. It looks like they hold the trap right out straight. It's still upside down, but that's alright. We'll figure it out someday.
So what the idea is behind it, so you thought it was upside down. But what the idea is your rod goes in here now. So when you hold this and there's no tension against it, you'll be able to put your rod down in there and it'll slide right down on that rod. And then when it gets to the height you want it, you let it lay down and the pressure of the weight of the trap will hold it in place where it wants to go. And that trap will sit right off the side of your rod. You drive your rod at a little bit of an angle to match the way that the trap wants to sit, and that trap will sit nice for you. You can put your we use carrots, so we bait the triggers sometimes with a carrot, or you can just use them to put them right in the run. We think they're going to work good also for holding our height and culverts for the mink, and then I'm sure we'll find other uses for them. So I'll just unset this here.
Be careful. There you go.
So we ain't got our fingers. I'll take this back. So what we got here is the we went through all the products, so we'll get them out of our way. So when we stopped at the weasel trap earlier in the video, when we were doing our first check, this is what we were looking at. It was way too windy and the wind was howling underneath that bridge. There was no way we could explain it. So we figured we'd use this to get some extra time in our video here for this. So what we got here is we just got some rough cut 1x6s.
These are 16 inches long.
Yep. I'll let Mason explain it to you.
These are 16 inches long, all three of these boards. Then these ones are 6x6.
The front and the back for your closure are 6x6. One thing we'll point out is
2-inch hole.
We got a 2-inch hole, and then right here at the top. So if you just cut 6-inch blocks, it's just barely going to cover. So you're going to have a gap underneath here where your bottom shows. But I like this little ledge right here on the top. We did that so that hopefully the scent can come through there. To help the scent of the bait come through. So that's how we got that. And
the top is 20 inches long.
Yep, top's 22 inches long. We use
the snow out of there.
We use an 8-foot board, and whatever's left from cutting your other pieces out is what your top ends up being. So It's all tagged here, got his tag on it. So that makes us legal here in the state. Got to have tags and everything on your traps. So we just drive one nail in the back of them over here to work as our hinge and hold our lid. And then, so you just got the regular Victor rat trap. We get ours right at Walmart, a couple bucks a piece.
When you're setting this,
you get it set, get it in there, and then
we put it like a lot of guys put it up in front of the hole, but we got told that somehow, don't know how, but they'll figure out how to get over it.
They can. We've heard that they can jump off this hole and make it over the pan with being as nimble as they are. So
we put it back about.
We decided to move ours back a little bit. Our weasel boxes have only been out a week.
3 days actually, probably.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. 3-4 days probably. So we haven't really got much time on them. We had one trip the first night out, and we know we got good sign there. You'll probably see them on our predator line tomorrow. We're going to take you down in there, show you a couple of our cubby sets that we got set up. So, yeah, that's our basic weasel setup. And like I said in the video before, we use beaver or muskrat or...
hamburger.
Yeah, we had some hamburger that was left over that we didn't end up getting used. So we used some raw hamburger in a couple of them. It just makes it to where it gives you another thing to trap. And the other thing that we learned from watching other guys is if you have bait out and there's a weasel around, there's a good chance that weasel is going to get in your dirt hole and rob you. We call them the bait stealers. So anywhere where you got a dirt hole or a good set and you see weasel tracks around, or even if you don't see them, your bait and your lure is probably going to bring them in and around. So if you got a weasel box set up there, maybe, just maybe, you'll end up with one if they're in your area.
Especially if they're not already chewing on your bait.
Yep, if they're not already chewing on your bait, that's what we find. So we didn't know they were there, and we didn't have boxes ready. So we put some beaver carcasses out on the traps. You'll see tomorrow in cubby sets to make use of our carcasses. So we set up over there. Haven't had any luck yet, but we'll show you what goes on there. So the other thing is Mason's got a couple of his furs here. So this was the first beaver he caught, about 50 inches.
This one was about the same.
So this one's about the same, almost 50 inches. A couple smaller beavers, probably 2-year-olds. Yeah. So this guy here, and they're real soft, real soft. They got nice soft bellies on them. So they're pretty prime pelts. We started late enough that everything.
This one was the last one we caught before we pulled out of the area.
Yep. We should be able to make out pretty decent with them when we see the fur buyer. So and then over here we got the dinosaur. So as you can see, that's a pretty big beaver there.
76 inches.
76 inches is the measurement on him. So we got him there. And then
this one was 70 inches.
This one's 70 inches. Another big one. So you can see the difference in the colors. So this one is a real dark fur. Real dense. This one over here, the big one, you can tell there's a difference in color. This one's a lot lighter colored. Older beaver, yep. So we got the 70 incher here.
64 inches.
Yep, and then we got a 64-inch beaver.
This
so
multicolor. It's real dark in the
this
back
one.
And around the belly. And
this one's a good blend of the two. So they're all dried and put up and ready for the fur buyer. So
got 10 muskrats as well. So.
Yep, we got 10 muskrats, and he had 2 early catch coons that he got Halloween.
No, yeah, those ones are on Halloween.
got the coons on Halloween, and then
Next Thursday after.
the next Thursday after that, he caught his first fisher. We still have the fisher. The fisher's in the house in the freezer. Yeah, he's gonna get that tanned and hang it on his wall. He caught a mink not too long ago. He probably do the same thing with that. Have it tanned and hang it on his wall. We got that one in the freezer. So neither of them ended up getting stretched and dried. We're just gonna send them out to be tanned, and they'll take care of the rest for us. So
Get a better look at the muskrat we got earlier today.
yeah, here's the muskrat we got today. This was a wild adventure here. So this is what it's all about right here. So this muskrat will be worth more to me than probably any of them. So just a little tiny guy, okay? So, but what this is all about is the stories that go with this, okay? So trapping is not only to maintain your properties and help people take care of their nuisances and maintain the nest raiders, but it's about the stories that come with it. So it's getting me and my son and my nephew and my brother-in-law, it's getting us out in the woods, and the stories that come with it are wild. This guy, we'll never forget this guy right here. We'll trap thousands of them over his lifetime, and that one right there we'll never forget. We chased that guy probably 600 yards across the ice to end up with him, and we got it done. Only one we'll probably ever get that's not in the trap, and it was 100% luck. I just happened to spin around, and Mason had stepped on a little clump of grass, and he was underneath it, so he took off on a dead run, and we got quite a story out of it. So even though we got skunked on them otters today, this story was well worth the walk, and knowing that these boys are enjoying it and the smile on their faces, it was phenomenal. So we thank you for watching, and as always, like, share, and subscribe, and we hope to see you again tomorrow. We'll hit them otter traps again, and we'll go check the predator line tomorrow, and
Well, if it's not as windy, you'll have a pretty good video.
yep, as long as we can hope that the wind dies down tonight like they say, we'll be in pretty good shape. So you have a good night.